I'm dolo when I'm out making different moves. Pull up to the shop just to pick and choose. I'm that, don't get confused, cause even when the prayed I didn't lose. Machine.
I done see the best of them jammed up. 25 to life in the gas tank. Never met a man that they can't.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway here in Los Angeles. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Green 80. Green 80.
23.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success.
Go,
a nice inside
here we
run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Lucy. Green 80. Green 80. Green is good.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. There he completes it to Westbrook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, he came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drive. Completed it very well.
First down carry. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go.
On second down, here's Bortles. Look left side, and he's got a man. It's Lee. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Here we go.
The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Into the red zone, it's Bortles. They go with the screen, it's Yeldon. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
Let's go.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Man, I got you.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. Steps away to his left, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Bortles.
I can't believe they let you play.
And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. On is Josh Lambo now for the Jaguar field goal. And Lambeau will put this one through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
On the return, it's Pharaoh Cooper. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Goff will lead the Rams up here, 1st and 10 at the 20.
Tight, guys, double tight. 4 down, 4 down.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
4 down, check.
Here we go, here we go.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Run. I got him.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Now, we go.
Gone. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Spread left. Hey, spread left. 11. Green 8, green and good.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. Dumps it off to Fournette. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield.
Bunch right.
I know that when I used to cover,
372.
hey, we got everybody. He just stuck out there. He just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? Nice pickup on first down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out.
Double tight. You got 3 down.
Set. Green 8.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Bunch right.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Lucy.
Hey, guys, check me out.
Green 8.
Bortles now on first down. Forced out to his left. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Strong right.
372.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. Dancing to his left, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. In for the score. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
Brandon, what we just saw there were 2 guys who were in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always say to the alarm, hey, ball's on the ground, we've got to get it back.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Here we go.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. 3rd and 2. They got a man. It's Woods. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Off to Woods as the Rams move the chains.
When people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Deshaun Gibson there on the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage and makes tackle. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he slings one that's incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee, and it's 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him, they've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Here we go. DC. Tiger.
They are going for it. Gone. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Left.
On first down, it's good. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Here we go, fellas.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Twist. Here we go.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side,
here we go, fellas,
they
here we
said
go.
No
Maverick.
more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
44 is the mark.
Orange.
Hey, let's get that ball.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Here we go. Maverick, Maverick.
Check 25.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
17.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, P.J. Hayden. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Check, punch it.
372. Trips left.
On first down, Bortles. He sets to fire. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Jaguars had 6 to their lead.
Give me the bat.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. So now back out come the Rams on offense. A second preseason game for them. They defeated the Raiders, who they'll actually see in the Monday night opener, but no Goff, no Gurley yet. Will we see them in the preseason?
That's been the big question, not just around the West Coast, but throughout the league. Will those guys play at all in the preseason? Because some teams are leaning more towards, we will count on you being ready for the opener and avoid injury during the preseason. We're now getting word that the Rams are going to probably play Jared Goff and Todd Gurley limited action against the Houston Texans. But we'll see. They won't play much in the preseason, maybe just a few snaps.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
That's it, baby.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
Goff on first down. They got him in the middle. It's Woods.
3 down.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Here we go now.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play. Didn't force him down the field when he didn't have it. He jumped it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Orange.
From the 50, it's gone. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. First down, L.A. Goff finding Higbee.
Here we go.
Goff now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10.
Alert 16.
The final shot before break here. Goff. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, Are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Here we go.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Turbo set.
On second down, here's Goff. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Yeah, baby.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Hey, lift.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more to the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Two tights. Hey.
The throw on second down is gone. It's a short one here. To the tight end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage in your tight end on that one.
Dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Here we go.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Here we go.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to run. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chain.
14.
Boy, he does it at a high level. Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
It's an 8-yard pickup. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that'll make this a second down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock it out of the way and bring up second down.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Now it's gone. Flushed out right. He may try to he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the score is there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Here we go.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Hank. Green 80. Green 6.
Fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go. Wander into some tough coverage.
So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game.
Let's go,
and on the stat sheet as well.
You ain't got nothing.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Here we go, here we go.
And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder, puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6. You're more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chance. We'll see if he can get the score. Then he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-down offense here in this game, but this is for future games. When they get better, they'll be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Here we go.
Double tight, double tight. 4 down.
On first down, gone. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in the middle.
And they've done it not by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. In search of redemption from the pick 6. Goff. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
76.
A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
That was a nice slant route. What the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Gone. Open man right side is complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 22. Defensively here, you've got the back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but it's bending. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue able to drop him for a loss of 4.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, he's going to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, gone. This is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Super!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to make it 1st and goal. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say it has hot hands now, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy in the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Tight end's right.
Super!
We got 4.
12!
Fofo's the mic. Mike's Fofo.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
12!
Time to go, night-night.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play. But when it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you had.
372!
So after the INT, it's Bortles being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there. Bortles to lead. 45 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Fournette fighting through. How did he stay on his feet? And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It's definitely victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Here we go,
Time
here
for
we
a
go, here we go.
break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Nice hit, boy.
Now a draw. Squad gives to Gurley. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Here we go, here we go.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that
Super.
second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan anytime.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And my goodness, another interception. They with a pick, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit
Sunday.
does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. No, it's not always just one guy's fault.
That's it, baby.
Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Rip left, rip left.
Green 80. Green cut.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Get it.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
First seems just as
Let's
good
go,
here
let's
in
go.
the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season and continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Throw left side complete. That's Cole. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Bortles, they go with a screen. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening.
Spread right, 72.
Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They'll try to punch it in with Young. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Right there.
And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye.
Watch that.
Gonna sneak it. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side, eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Maverick.
Tight end right.
One last throw here for Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Crash.
Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win. And then
I done seen the best of them, 25 to life in the gas gassed up.